Friends, I'm redoing this video because there was a lot of interference I had on the one I put on about an hour ago. I had the Royal Commissions on and I didn't have my door closed so I could block it from coming in from the other room. But I'm going to redo it. And the talk is entitled that mothers and fathers are cowards. They are cowards in the sense that they are not backing up their children when they go to a Kingdom Hall. If their little daughter Mary is molested, they should be the first ones that Mary should tell. And after Mary tells Dad and Mom are supposed to go to the elders then and raise Cain. Now, that's what you should do, but there are people like myself, I would not do that. I would use another way, but I'm going to tell you what you can do without rocking the boat, so to speak, and get arrested. Now, all you fathers and mothers sitting out there today, if there's anyone that goes to a meeting, and you might be listening to this video, I don't know, there might be a couple that sneak on, I don't know that, but maybe there is one or two that will hear this video. But you cannot blame the Royal Commission. You cannot blame the Watchtower. You have to blame yourself. Where does your accountability come in at? You are responsible for your children. Are you so damn brainwashed that you got a Watchtower Corporation made up of business people making money in stocks and bonds and making money on donations to pay off child molestation, making all kinds of money from selling properties, and they have you brainwashed to think that you're going to inherit a righteous new system of things if you stick with them. If you stick with them. Well, how about your little daughter? Do you have anything about her in mind? You know, in other words, you are willing to let little Mary be molested as long as that little hope of a righteous new system will come your way by sticking with this evil corporation. That's what you think. If you didn't think that, you wouldn't even be going to a damn Kingdom Hall if your daughter was molested. You wouldn't even go. See? And your husband's out there. You'll let your daughter be molested so as you can continue to carry a microphone around. So you can continue to clean the bathrooms this weekend. The privilege that Jehovah has given us to carry microphones, to clean bathrooms. See? Or to distribute literature at the literature counter. Look at the privilege Jehovah has given us. Or in your case, given me. See? You put that above everything, including your own daughter or your own son. As long as you had that privilege and can go out there knocking on doors, getting those darn 10 hours in so as you can go back in and turn that time and slip in to Elder Brown, and you'll feel good when Elder Brown reads that. See, it makes you feel good. Okay, you're on a high now. See? But in the meantime, the pedophile sitting across from you is observing little Mary. Okay, you don't know that, but he is. See? And he's doing that. He is looking at little Mary because the same elder you turned the time slip into knows about this character sitting over there. But he ain't going to tell you about it. Because this will not be keeping God's organization clean. See? Well, I got news for you, elders. If there's a molester sitting in your damn Kingdom Hall, your congregation ain't clean. How can it be clean? How can you say you're keeping the congregation clean if you got somebody sitting there that you know is a pedophile? It ain't clean. It's filthy. It is filthy. A so-called Kingdom Hall that is filthy, and yet you got these zombies walking around that letting their children be molested. I'm tired. I'm tired of hearing about who's to blame, who ain't to blame. I'm going to lay the blame right out where it's supposed to be. Fathers and mothers. Fathers, why ain't you kicking butt? Why are you not kicking butt? Hey? I guarantee you, if somebody up at the Walmart would touch little Mary while you have her there with you shopping, you would raise hell. You'd have the state police there and every damn thing. Wouldn't you? Yes, you would. But here at the Kingdom Hall, you don't do that. You go to Elder Brown after Mary has told something, see, and then Mary has got to sit in amongst 3 judicial hearing people, elders, and here comes the pedophile. And they ask him, did you do it? He says no. So the elder turns to little Mary and says, brother so-and-so says he didn't do that. So what you'll have to do is go home and pray more. And don't tell nobody about this, because it will bring reproach upon Jehovah. It will bring an unclean sight to the people in our community about our Kingdom Hall, little Mary. Don't never mention this. Jehovah will take care of it eventually. This is what little Mary is told. Little Mary don't know no difference. See? But where is father? Where is mother? The father, he loves those privileges that he's got. See? Carrying that microphone is the biggest privilege that he might ever even get to. But he's willing to go down with his children being molested just for the privilege to carry a microphone around. See? Carrying that microphone around means more to him than anything else. See? Now, the Watchtower is paying out a lot of money that they don't even know nothing about. They know nothing about all this money they're paying out. But they are. You don't hear about it in the news because those like Mary that have been molested are paid off. Some of them get $500,000. Some of them get a whole million. Some of them get $2 million. It all depends on how many times it happened. But then they put little Mary on a gag rule, and her parents on a gag rule. They're willing to take the money and let them stuff the gag rule down their throats, and they'll never say nothing about it. That is the majority of the cases. No, you're not going to read about it, but there's gag rules is why you don't hear about it. Gag rule. Okay? Gag rule. Now, when you come down to a push and shove, if they offer little Mary $1 million not to say anything, I don't hardly blame little Mary, because she'll never be able to make that kind of money, not that quick. And her life has already been ruined. She's going to need that money to pay psychiatrists with. See, it doesn't end because they give you money. No, it don't end there. See, that problem that little Mary has is going to stay with her the rest of her life. Now, some children overgrow it, but most of them don't. They'll take that same sickness, not a sickness, but that same medical condition that this molester has put on her. She will take that down her road of life the rest of her life. She'll be on medication, going to clinics, and in turn, when she gets married, she's going to bring her husband into this same problem with her. Now he's being affected by it. Then when they have children, their lives are affected by it. Mom's or Mary's little Mary's medical condition. It goes on and on. Don't end. See? It don't end because they hand you $2-3 million. It's going to continue the rest of her life. And you fathers and mothers sit out there and pretend that nothing is wrong. But you know what I say? You fathers, you are cowards. You are cowards. You are a coward. Instead of ringing and kicking butt in the hallway and on out into the parking lot, you look the other way. That's what you do to maintain privileges. You look the other way. Eh? So, I'm not going to blame the Watchtower 100%. But I think you fathers and mothers out there are the root cause. Because how did women ever get the right to vote? Because they raised hell. That's what they did. Why did the black people not sit in back of a bus anymore? Because they raised hell. They had to raise hell to get rights. And you, father and mother, they can end this bull crap if y'all start kicking sand, raising hell. They don't want people raising hell. They want y'all to be quiet. Oh, well, we'll settle this thing. They can't settle if enough of you get together, and start organizing. Organizing. Come down on the Watchtower about it. They can't just fellowship all you because they'd have an empty damn stadium then. You got to fight back. See? There is no justice. Not in this old wicked world. There is no justice. And when an elder tells you, well, let's wait on Jehovah. Well, what he's really saying is, I can't help you, little Mary. Just forget about it. Pray more and go home and put more time in your ministry at school and knock on more doors, Mary, and it'll go away. It ain't going to go away. It is a lifetime commitment to mental health because she at one time didn't have mental problems. She at one time didn't know what mental health was, but she does now because if she's got any kind of mother or any kind of father, they will see the change in her appetite. They will see the change in her mood swings. They'll see all that. They'll see little Mary touching herself. They'll see little Mary drawing certain pictures anymore. They will see that. They should notice that. And they do notice that. But they look the other way. This can't be true. We have the truth. We have the truth. How could this ever be? Well, could it be you don't have no truth? It could be that way too, couldn't it? You don't have no truth. You go there and raise your hand and answer a question to a guy that's doing the Watchtower study. You raise your hand to give an answer. And this same elder that's given the Watchtower study has been caught molesting a child. Word gets around. Oh yeah, people talk. But you knowing that, you knowing he has a problem, and yet you'll raise your hand and comment on his question. And you know, when you comment on his question, that makes him feel more bullier, more egotistical, more proud, like a rooster. That's what he feels. See, that same guy giving that Watchtower study will rush into the Kingdom Hall just on time with his briefcase, and he throws it on his chair that's been reserved for him only, and everybody looks up to him. Oh, he's so kind. He gets here on time, and he does this. How could we run our congregation without him? Without him. Well, that gives him a big head. There he goes. He thinks, I got him. I got him. They love me. They love me. Yeah. See, what you coward mothers and fathers out there got to realize that power corrupts. Absolutely. And absolutely power corrupts. Yes, it does. And power is being an elder. And it feels so good to them that they do this, and it costs them money to do it. They don't get paid to do it, but the privileges they have, if you want to call it a privilege, I don't call it a privilege, but they'll pay money for gas, any breakdowns in their car, they got to pay it, rush into a meeting, rush into a convention, doing all that work free up at the convention. They do it because of the ego trip they're on. They think they're serving Jehovah. Yeah, they do. But also, ego comes in play too. Power. Power. They love power. A man loves power. Look at Hillary Clinton. She would have gave up anything to be the president. Yes, she would have. And can you imagine all the crimes she had committed? Imagine what she could have done if she got to be the president. Yeah, power corrupts. See? Elders are the same way. See, they love power. They love power. See? It makes them feel it's a poor man's power. It's not like the Senate and the Congress, the corrupt system. It's not like that. That's a different kind of power. The power that they have, they don't get paid nothing for it. But boy, spiritually, they feel high all the time. See? But let's get back to this here little Mary, who will carry this scar on her the rest of her life. Yes, she will, Mom. It will be on her the rest of her life, and it's going to affect you too, because you're going to become involved in her life. When she has children, when she has spats with her husband, and the spats mostly will be on account of her depression that have sprang from this molestation. That's what happened. She gets a problem mentally from that. See? She gets a problem because molestation leaves a scar on a child. They know it's wrong, but they think it's right. They think it's wrong. They think it's confusion setting into them. Okay? And a child is at their stage now where they're developing their mentality that they'll have the rest of their lives. That's destroyed. That's destroyed now. And you're not going to be scot-free. You're going to pay for it too. Little Mary's got to pay. Mom and Dad's got to pay too. They're all going to be involved in this sad situation when it comes on. When it comes on. They're going to be involved in it, whether they like it or not. They will be involved. So you fathers out there, you have no backbone at all. You are a coward. You are a coward. You hear me? You are a coward if you don't go kick butt to the one who molested your child. You are a coward. And you call yourself little Mary's father. Well, you know, father is more than taking her to meetings and hear a bunch of brainwashing sermons from the platform. It's more than that. See? And in the meantime, while Mary is being molested, you have taken away everything through that damn cult. You have taken away her birthday. Christmas parties. You've taken everything away that she will be involved in, whether she knows it or not. You're going to take all that away from her because of a bunch of damn nonsense. A fairy tale, a myth. That's all this Watchtower crap is. A myth. Raymond Franz said it. He said it right. He said that the Watchtower is a victim of victims themselves. They're all victims. From Taz Russell, becoming a victim, and then everybody after him who followed him became victims too. Rutherford, Knorr, right on down to this governing body they have on there today. All are victims. Raymond Franz was a victim too. But that brother got out of there. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He was the only governing body member that had class. He gave up all these good privileges and power that he could have had. Yes, he got out of it in 1980. God bless him. He got out of that crap. And he did it for conscience sake. Not for no wrong ideas that he wanted to run around on women and all that stuff. It was nothing like that. No. Conscience sake. Could not see. Sitting around a table with, I think it was 12 at that time, old men falling asleep at a meeting and raising their hand when a certain thing was voted on. Some of them would wake up just in time and they would look around to see who voted for it, and then they raise their hand. This is what Raymond said. Raymond Franz had too much class. He was too good to be a Jehovah Witness. It was below him to be a Jehovah Witness. And I remember one thing he said in that book, Christ of Conscience. I'm on it for the second time. He said knocking on doors, right? Putting them 10 hours in a week, in a month. His number one question was, when does it become done out of love instead of compulsion? See, if you're turning in time on a time slip, that's compulsion. See? Yeah, if you are God's people, you don't have to turn no time slip in. Why would you have to turn a time slip in? You go and do as you can do, showing your love for mankind. Not under compulsion. That's what Raymond Franz said. And he was a governing body person. Yes, he was. He saw through all that. It was a game they played with people. See? They figured as long as they get 10 hours in a month, they're meeting their quota to get into the new system of things. After Armageddon. That's all's in your mind. Armageddon and the new system of things. When are you going to get out of that? Those clowns up in Brooklyn or wherever they're at now, they don't even think about nothing like that. You think they're worried about Armageddon? They're not worried about that. They're worried about maintaining their image so their income doesn't dry up. We got to keep this image looking squeaky clean. As long as we can keep it squeaky clean, the money will keep coming in. The money will keep coming in. We got to have the world thinking we are a clean organization. We don't tolerate nothing. That's why they have spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare. Do not give any information to anyone not deserving of it. In other words, if a state cop comes and says, has there been molestation going on in this congregation? You don't give him no information. See? This is the game they play. No information. What's the state cop going to do? Hey, he's got to have proof. Hey, so I'm going to have to cut off and down. But at the beginning of this talk, I made it clear that this talk was directed to mothers and fathers. Mothers and fathers. The problem is not the Watchtower. The problem is not the state police. The problem is not the Royal Commission. The problem is you. You, father and mother. You are the problem. Aren't you responsible for your children? Are you not? You're also responsible to protect them. But no, cowards don't do that. Cowards look for an easy way out. As long as you can reach for privileges, you ignore Mary. See? You ignore her. You rather be out there, see, knocking on doors. See? And all you mothers out there who goes out in the field service, you're out knocking on doors too. Well, Elder Brown took little Mary with him. He's going to make a couple back calls with her. Okay, Elder Brown, we'll meet back at the hall and I'll pick her up. That's what you'll say. Meantime, Elder Brown is down at the damn Walmart parking lot with your daughter. Yes, he is. The Walmart parking lot or any other parking lot. See? While you think he's making back calls with your little Mary. You're to blame. And your husband, he's to blame. Because he don't kick butt. He doesn't kick butt. He'd rather raise his hand, give an honor to someone giving a talk or directing a watchtower study, and he feels so good giving an answer. He'll let little Mary go molested so he can get that hand up and give that answer and feel good. Yes, he feels good. But little Mary's got a hell of a life to live when she gets out there grown and in a different world. You'll see a different child then, say. And I'm going to close it for now, but I'm going to close it like I started. You fathers out there are cowards. You fathers are cowards because you let this go on. You let this go on. If you did something about it, the word would get around that we fathers ain't going to put up with this bullshit no more. We're going to kick butt. It will stop then, I'll guarantee you that. It will stop then. Keep putting up with it. Go ahead. Your child going to pay the cost, but you're going to pay some too down that road. Thank you, friends. Thank you.